Aloha family. It is 7:55 a.m. at 33% here on the Big Island of Hawaii. And I was filling the pool to do a video today to do a clearing and activation to get ready for the full moon, which is approaching us. The full moon will peak here in Hawaii tomorrow night around 10:30. And this is a special moon. This is the strawberry full moon in Saggitarius, which is bringing the close to an end of the last eclipse cycle. And this moon is about role playing, the love of adventure, and also it's being influenced by by expansive Jupiter and dreamy Neptune, which is going to bring a sense of abundance for the next 2 weeks. And so I was thinking that this is a great opportunity to clear the space and really take a look over the last moon cycle since the previous new moon and set some high vibrational intentions for this next cycle. We are the wizards of our life, and the energy that we create within ourselves and then put out into the world, we create a pool of manifestation. And so I find that it's really important to take a few minutes to contemplate what's been happening, what's going on right now, and then the intention of what we're pulling in for what's coming. And so I'm really excited. I recently acquired a sound bowl, a sound tuning instrument that I will be incorporating into the healing sessions that I perform for people. And I've been using it every morning on myself, and I just love it so much. And this is the Green Heart Ocean Gold Practitioner Bowl. It's a practitioner bowl because it has a handle here which sends the vibration through. And this part of it can be placed on the body and on the brain and specific areas to send that vibration through. This is an A sharp plus 15. And it sounds really beautiful. And I wanted to play it for you today before we started the activation as part of the clearing. I tested the video a little bit to see how the sound is. And of course, it's not a true sound as it sounds here, yet it's still very activating. So I wanted to play a little bit of that for you now before we get started on the activation. really love the sound tuning tools. I'm also looking to get a set of tuning forks because when sessions that I do with people and myself, I do sound alchemy with my voice with vibration on the body to help move the tissue to release energy. And these tools like this help us with that. And this instrument is really beautiful. The sound carries for a long time, and it stimulates and activates DNA. It stimulates and activates the neurotransmitters in the body so that there's heightened production of serotonin and oxytocin and dopamine and even melatonin in the pineal gland. It helps to assist healing. It's so good for the thyroid and all the glands in the body. And it's really amazing. I experience a lot of eye movement I have now in my brain and my body. And so I can really feel the effect of the sound bowls. And it's really fascinating. I can feel it creating equilibrium in my left and right brain because of the way that my eyes adjust when I play the bowls. And it's really phenomenal. I've been working on the right side of my brain a lot. I've been told in my channel that there's some things that's been working on, and I hold it up to my right ear a lot, and it sounds different than I hear it in my left ear. I can actually hear a little bit of what sounds like maybe a backup of earwax or something in there, or something with the eardrum. So I've been working on that the last few days, and it's been opening up more, which assists the channel to be able to hear and receive and send even clearer. So it's really beautiful, and I'm really happy to be using these different sound instruments in the healing sessions that I do. And if you're interested in purchasing any of the sound bowls or Merkabas or triangles, Megan Walker is someone, and Jay, Megan Walker is someone who is really amazing. We just did an event together in Louisiana, and you can check her out. And she has those instruments available for purchase. And so now, since we've had a little sound tuning, let's take the vibration up a notch and really do some clearing and activating. This is stepping into the channel to open up the spectrum. If you are open to receive this clearing and activation, all you have to do in your mind, in your channel, is say that you are open to receive. And you can move along with me. When you see me working in specific areas and chakras and things like that, you can put your intention on those areas to clear for yourself, to heighten the frequency, because power is in numbers, and when we get together, the energy is a lot more amplified. So we can work together for healing. Okay, here we go. Mudra is a light language. It's an actual language of energy and signs, sigils, and it activates meridian lines with the organs in the body to create this energetic vortex. So we're going to do a little clearing in the solar plexus. I grab energy and pull it out like cords is what I envision. And this is the element of fire, where we receive and hold on to the energy that comes in from others from the outside. I do a lot of clearing in the solar plexus on myself and others as well. And the solar plexus is directly connected to the throat chakra, because when we receive, this is where we give through our voice. And so clearing the solar plexus assists the throat chakra to open up more, to be able to speak our truth and align within our divine purpose. Now throat chakra. If you are just tuning in, we're doing a clearing and an activation of the chakras, the organs, the meridian lines in the body, to clear out any stuck energy, to be able to open up the channel to send and receive to a higher vibrational frequency. we're receivers, we're conduits, we're water and electricity. We send and receive information and knowledge. And it's also very healing for the molecular structure as well, so that the Kundalini can flow, the organs can operate properly. So it's not just a spiritual thing, it's also a longevity molecular thing as well. Opening a portal with the magic mudra. Lots of solar plexus clearing today. So this is the element of air, space, and water, with fire and earth connected. So this is a different charge in the body, and this is the heart meridian. And this is the lung meridian. Heart chakra. Activating communication in the right temporal lobe, the right ear. It was really cool. I had a remote session with a lady 2 days ago who's had a tickle and a cough in her throat since January for 6 months, and we cleared it. It was amazing. Energy travels. So as we are doing this activation and clearing, you may feel tightness in your throat. You may feel itchiness in your throat. You may feel it get tight and get warm. That's activation. Third eye, do a little tapping there. Tapping is an ancient technique to activate the body. You can research it online and see. I do this a lot on the pineal gland, pituitary gland, to get this moving for a lot of people, and myself as well, to get a different charge in the body. This is fire and air. So now we're pushing the energy down out of the throat, through the heart, solar plexus, down and out. This is a sign that it has been released, and now we're pushing the energy out. I keep hearing open up and say ah. This area here is also associated with the lung meridian. This is a power energy source in the body. I do a lot of work on myself and with others in this area specifically. It opens up the flow from the heart out and down out of the arms to the wrist, where the chi flows, so our energetic flow. Not only do I do sessions with mudra, but I also do structural integration, Rolfing with people. It's integrated in with my sessions. I open up the myofascia tissue, move it out of the way so that the energy, the chi, can flow properly. And then I go in and clear and activate and align. Snapping is also another amazing tool for energy. I use it for a lot of specific reasons. When I clear energy, I'll snap and it disperses it. And it also helps to activate, to move things around. I use it a lot to clear, so that it disperses the energy that's coming through. And it's also an activation. I use 33 snaps and 55 snaps a lot of the time. Right wrist. The power of healing everyone can do. All we have to do is know that we can heal ourselves, and we can do it. The power of the difference between belief and knowing is a degree of being more open to receive. We all have the power to heal. It just takes the realization and the action behind it to make it so. Our mind and our body. So here I'm using, on my right hand, I'm using the element of space and earth with the magic mudra over my heart. Like this. Vibration assists through the neck to help the lymphatic system, to help the lymph flow down. It's super important to work on that. And just shaking like this helps to move the lymph down from the ears and the neck. The chi flow. It's like Spider-Man, where Spider-Man shoots his web from. Well, that's his chi. Right here. You may feel heart chakra activation. Your heart chakra activation is going to feel really warm and tight. Like not really tight, but you'll feel a tightness, a little squeeze. It'll feel warm, just really yummy in there. That's heart chakra. Summer asked, how often do I do this and how long? Is it a more is better ritual? I'm not sure what a more or better ritual is, but I do this pretty much every day. The channel is quiet. Sometimes I also channel this collectively for the collective energy. It's not just on a personal basis. And I can activate it anytime I want. So all I have to do is think it or step into it, and I can activate healing on myself or anyone anytime. So, and how long is dependent on what's coming through. I can stop it at any point, but I like to go until I get the signal that we're done. So today, it's showing that this is pineal gland, pituitary gland, midbrain, throat, heart, and solar plexus chakras. So these four. That is a sign of complete. Yes, finished. This mudra is very powerful. I started doing this one. It started coming through probably about 6 months or less. And it's really powerful. This comes out when it's like a next level clearing or healing or energy exchange. And it is space crossed over air, and it's earth crossed over water with fire separate. And a lot of time I do it with my left hand, which is the receiving hand. This is the sending hand. The right hand is send, left hand is receive. So it creates this spiral. I do it with both hands too, but mostly I do it with my left. This is a good one to do if you're experiencing pain in your body. You can do it this and place it over that area and even do some tapping and set the intention that you're healing yourself, and you know that you're healing yourself. Take the power of your own being to create the healing that you want in the mind and the body. Awesome. I like 7 days of integration after this kind of clearing and activation. 3 days, I like to say, is true integration, and then another 4 days, because even though I have got the sign to close, the process is still taking place. It takes time to integrate. And so if you were open to receive this, your vibration is not the same as it was before we began. You're at a heightened vibration now. So the molecular structure and the psyche is shifting, and anything that isn't of that resonance will come up to fade out. So it can trigger your mind. It can trigger your thought processes if you have something that you haven't been dealing with, or something that you have dealt with that still comes up. This can definitely bring those things up. So take a moment to be gentle to yourself when that happens, and embrace what comes in to release it, versus ignoring it or continuing to feel pain. That's how we shift the chemical reaction in our molecular structure to the psyche to create realities that we want. It's all interconnected. When we get into the mastery of energy, we begin to learn a lot more about our body and our minds and how it's all intertwined. And so if you are experiencing pain in your life, be it emotional or physical or both, take some time to get quiet and really get in with yourself and ask, what can I do to heal myself? How can I heal myself? And be patient, because the answers will show up. The mind is very simple, and the channel is there and listening. And so when we engage with the channel, when we let our channel know, hey, I'm here, I'm ready to work together, how can we make this happen? It's like an activation tool. It's not just a mind, swirling with thoughts in there. It's really about getting into the flow of what we want to create. And it takes the spectrum of being in victimhood away, or feeling guilt or sorry for ourselves because of the past and the things that have happened to us. And so it's important to step outside of those spectrums, because we choose what we agree to in our lives, in our mind, in our body. And we can continue to say the same stories that have happened to us, or we can create new ones. And we create new spectrums of creation by creating new stories. So if you complain a lot, if you're constantly talking about all of the bad things in your life that you've experienced and you're experiencing, that is continuing to send that vibration out. You're continuing to role play in that story. And so with this beautiful strawberry Sagittarius full moon that is just on our horizon, this is the time to role play. This is the time to adventure. So start in your mind. Start in your mind and fantasize about the realities that you want. Fantasize about the healing you want to feel in your body and in your mind, and know that it is possible. All it takes is putting the awareness, the vibration. Energy flows where the energy grows, where the attention flows. So if we put our attention on something that we want rather than what we don't have, well, guess what? We start to pull in what we want. It really is, the mind and the spectrum of our existence really is that simple. All we have to do is tell the mind what to do and it will do it. It's really phenomenal. Sometimes it takes a little bit more work to talk to it, to reprogram, because there are things that are much more deeply rooted in our body. You know, our body responds as a chemical reaction to our thoughts, the fight or flight mode, all kinds of things like that. And so when we realize that literally our thoughts